What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
PLO, double board insanity, one time. So I got a couple hands. I'll go as long as you guys want. When you had enough, we'll quit. But on YouTube, in the comments, if you comment, I'll post another. All right. So this is against a blaster. So this guy's blasting, and this is why they're so profitable. These games. Move the annotate. Pause. Play. Is this playing? It's not playing. Oh.
Make cards go. Make cards go.
I know it's not. Let me see. I have plenty of bandwidth. Let's try this again. Let's reload the page and see what happens. Here we go. All right. Cards go. All right. So we're gonna have a very interesting flop here with our hand once it gets around us. This is gonna be a hand against Rusty. So what do we got here? We've got
Flush draw, open-ended.
Yeah. We got
A
open-ended on
pair.
bottom, flush draw on bottom. And then don't really have much going on top. There's some stuff wrapped around the 5. Arguably some stuff wrapped around the 9. There's a lot of good cards that can come for us on the top.
But we are not confident of our flush draw on the bottom if it comes in. That's important.
No, we are not.
Yeah.
We are not. So this is not a spot I think we can steal.
Right.
All right, now this gets more interesting. Now we've got equity on both sides out the wazoo, right?
Yes.
We got OESD and a flush draw. So we are essentially drawing to the nuts on top.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a marginal flush with 8 players at the table.
We've got the third nut flush, don't we? No, there's a 9. There's a 9. We have the fourth nut flush. Ace,
Yeah, the 4th nut flush.
ace, king, and 9. There's no 10.
Why are you drawing to the nuts on the top?
I guess we're not drawing to the nuts because I am incorrect. We're not drawing to the nuts because we got a wrap.
Oh no, what happens if a 6? What happens if a 6 is at the top?
A 6 gives us the nuts.
This is the nuts.
So I'm thinking here. And I don't think we can fold. We potentially could fold if we didn't have equity on top.
Yeah.
That was the straight. We really want a 6. Good point. And we get it. So we now got the nuts on top. And we got a flush. And we're like, all right, I'm just making sure I have the nuts here. I do. This guy is playing horribly, right? He's got the bottom of the straight on top. And he's playing, he has nothing, absolutely nothing. He's got trip 3s on bottom.
Yeah. He's got almost nothing.
He's got almost nothing, exactly. So, big hand.
So what should he have done so let's take a look. Nobody bet the flop, right?
Nobody bet the flop. True.
So on the turn, he's the one who bet pot, right?
He bet pot with what?
He
bet pot with the shitty straight.
He had a straight on the top. 4, 5, 6. No, he didn't even. Did he even have a straight on the top yet?
He has 7, 6.
7.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's straight.
Okay, so he had.
So you can argue. Well, I guess it is the nuts, right? So you can argue he's betting for protection.
All right, now
But you can't do this early
because he's got nothing on the bottom.
And think about how many bad cards can come from him on top.
And nothing, like he doesn't even have 2 pair on the bottom to load up.
Yeah.
And at this point, yeah, he doesn't have trip 3s.
And
So
the XP on top could change so easily by the river. It's like kind of crazy protection a bit.
So he should be in check call mode now, right?
He should check. Yeah, because he's got nuts and nothing on bottom. This is check call, especially this early, I think.
And assuming that he checks and it checks around to you, because nobody else could call his bet, so we're gonna assume none of them bet. What do you do here when you get checked to with the mumph nuts on the bottom and a draw to the nuts on the top?
Check call might even be a check fold, man.
This is if. So on turn,
On
see.
turn, if he
I'm
doesn't
sorry,
bet,
this isn't cooperating, guys. Let's see,
if he
on
plays
turn.
it right, what should
This
you?
is this is a check call. This is, we can't fold yet. When we're up against, if we were up against, if we got 3 callers to his pot size, we can fold.
Different question, Larry. If he
Okay.
played it right, he would have checked, right?
Yes,
Then
this
let's,
early he should be checking.
so then let's assume everyone else checks also. None of them bet, since none of them were willing to call his, so they probably aren't betting. And it comes to you, I'll check. Do you bet on the button?
Here,
Yeah, on turn.
no,
To you.
I don't.
Hmm.
I could. A lot of players would.
Right.
Everybody ostensibly capped. The thing I would say is, so I don't think I don't think we like being check jammed on here because we're throwing off our equity on the top, even though it's quite fragile.
Right.
But it is equity to, it is, yeah. We don't, with our open ender on top, I don't think we bet on turn because
Oh.
we can get thrown off our equity.
So if he
If
played,
if I bet here and someone check jams me, I'm in hell.
right. So you check behind, everybody gets to the river.
Okay,
And
so this is the hypothetical where I check behind on turn.
yeah, and all he loses is he loses $24 on the river.
Yeah, he loses his $24. He doesn't lose as much.
Yeah, because it checks to you, because he checks, assuming it checks around to you, you do bet the river. You have the nuts on
Oh,
top,
absolutely, I bet the river.
you bet river, but you can only bet pot. So you bet 24 and he calls you.
So this is, and that's a very important thing to hear for people like me who don't really know PLO, but need to play this game, is that there is the capability of pot control, right? So he should be checking turn for pot control because he doesn't have enough equity to push. Pot control is a somewhat foreign concept to no limit hold players.
Yeah, we talk about it, but it doesn't really work that way because someone can always jam. They just,
Yeah,
they
we
just
do
give
talk about, and so I give him a note, which is probably gambling. So
Alright.
yeah, so that's hand 1. So yes, but I would say the important concept here is that there is an important takeaway, which you brought up, Scotty, is that there is a concept of pot control and pot limit games. And he probably should be utilizing that strategy and not investing his entire stack with a hand that just doesn't have that much equity. But we like doubling up. So I start with that
Now,
hand where we
Now,
did
one more
really
question.
well. Sorry,
One
go
more
ahead.
You talked about last week, you talked about the concept of when you have nutted equity on one board, you want to get people to fold their equity on the other board.
Yes, that's true.
So from his point of view, he had the nuts at that moment. It was just not going to last.
So a straight is a straight here is a different, so he had, yeah. A straight is a very dangerous hand, and I fucked up a straight. I'll show you if we have time.
So maybe
But-
maybe your rule is if you have if you have locked up nutted equity on one board, you want to get them to fold the other board. You want to get them to
So
fold.
if he has the king high or, well, definitely the ace high flush, maybe the king high flush on bottom on turn, he wants to shove.
Right.
But you really need to be much farther up in range than he is.
Okay.
What's very dangerous about this hand is exactly the hand I have, right? Any 10 is going to beat him. Any 10 that has a 9, any 10 that has a 5, any 10 that has an 8, when the 6 comes, is going to beat him.
Yeah.
Or 7, I should say. So yeah, you got to be careful with straights. And I'm not good at it yet. I'm going to fuck up one hand. So this is a hand I played 2. Speaking of straights, this is a hand I did not play well enough. I have too much
Okay.
equity for the way I played this hand. So it's hand number 2. I did not play this well. Whoops. So we flopped the nuts on bottom. And we've got second nut redraw. Why am I, well, so this hand, I think, is the opposite. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do here.
You are not very vulnerable on the top. You're a little bit vulnerable, but not very.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, on top, on the bottom. You're not very vulnerable on the bottom. So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, the question here, and we'll go, is do we have enough equity to blast? So the argument for blasting here, which essentially we repot to whatever that's going to be, and then we're pot committed no matter what the turn is, whatever. But the value is that we are getting money in really well, and we're denying equity to other draws. Now, I can't decide if this is a suck out or if I played it too passively. Maybe you guys can give me some direction here. What do you think? We got a massive hand, right? We flop the nuts, and we've got redraw on the top to the second nuts.
If you raised here and got someone who had an ace high flush on the top to fold, that would be
That's really good.
fabulous. But if he has an ace high flush on the top, he also has an ace on the bottom. So does he really fold his ace high flush draw to your jam, to your repot? Does he?
That's the question. I don't know.
Okay, so going on.
So I decided to call. I think my call was, I mean, really what we should be thinking about here is, are we pushing? Are we pulling? And I didn't make a decision here. I decided this is a pull. I don't think it's a pull. I think it should be a
Right.
push probably.
Right. But your head's up now, right?
So we're heads up.
Okay.
So this brings in a lot more straights, right?
Yes. Yes. And you're-
Anybody with an ace jack, queen jack, king jack, 10 jack.
Yeah.
So this is a flaw in my PLO thinking around the theory. I guess you'd call it the theory around straights. I'm not thinking about how susceptible a straight is.
Yeah.
And then what I'm also not thinking about is how susceptible a straight is in a split pot game.
Yeah.
And that, I think, leads me to the conclusion that my flop play was to shove. Because now I retroactively do that because I'm never folding, and this is an error because I like he is already pot committed here,
Yeah.
and he has got a stupid 9 on top, and he quarters me.
Yeah.
So I think my better play here, I don't know. Let me see, what does he have on top? So if you look at what he has on top on flop, he very well not be calling my shove.
Yeah. He doesn't have enough to call your pot on the flop.
So, and also the other indicator is using this half size bet.
Yeah.
And people are playing somewhat face up, so he kind of likes his hand, but he kind of doesn't. So I think my better play here, and when someone chooses to bet, that means you can make the bet much bigger, right? You can make it 3 times. You can make it 3 times this bet, which is 27 plus pot. So that's whatever, 20. I can make it like 60 big blinds here.
Yeah.
And that is, and I can leverage that here by shoving. Another thing I think makes this a better repot is that my flush outs on top are blocked. With the queen, I think we do this more maybe when the queen of clubs is on the bottom, so there's less likelihood of the clubs coming in on top. So this was an error. I should have not flatted here. I misclassified this hand as a pool, thinking it's really it's better than it is.
Yeah.
I think my better play here is to repot.
I think so too.
Hand number 2.
Now on the river, you're the one who jammed it?
On the turn, I am position jammed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's see, at this point, do you want to jam this? Or it doesn't matter because he can jam on the river anyway. So it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I get quartered.
You're never folding.
I'm never folding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is a push play that I should have made on turn.
Yeah.
All right. There's one hand I really fuck up. I think it's this one. This hand. So this hand, I am a victim of a angle.
Ooh,
I am a victim of an angle, even though I do it to myself.
an online angle.
And I do it to myself, and I can only blame myself. And um, I've now marked this guy as a very good player. I already actually had him marked as a good player, but so I fucked this one up. So we don't flop much here.
Hmm.
We flopped shitty straight draw. Is this the hand I think it is? Oh no, this is not the hand where I got angled. It's a different hand.
Right.
I labeled this one. I don't know because I don't think I know what to do in this hand, and we will
Let's
see why.
Fold on the flop.
And we would definitely fall on the flop if someone bets. So why would I call here? So this is a very small bet,
You bet 7.
a third bet. I think this is
I'll fold anyway.
so this is me getting worked up. Oh, I really fuck up this scene. This is me really getting a little bit too excited about having a wrap. Wrap's a new concept to me. Right? Any ace, any 2, any 3 comes on bottom. We make a straight, but we don't make the nut straight.
So you need a new word.
A 3 is really bad because 6, 7 gets there.
So you need a new word, and I'm going to give it to you. The
Sure.
word is under wrap, like an underfold. A wrap is
I think that is a good word. So these are new concepts to me.
a wrap is super powerful, and an under wrap isn't.
I appreciate you saying that. That is, I think, important for me to hear because I fucked this hand up because I've become a little bit too excited about wraps, and that is the wrong way to think about this under wrap because this is exactly what it is.
Mhm.
And we have nothing going on bottom. This is a really big fuck up now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm a little too excited about the under wrap.
Yep. And you got suckered by his 7 big blind bet, and then the call. You went, you know what? This I only need one. I only need one board.
And 9 cards are really good. And also, I was excited that it's rainbow.
Yeah. Yep.
And the queen doesn't connect with the 4 or 5, right? Queen is like in its own
Yes.
outside the 4 or 5 balls.
That's good.
All right, so now that's a really good card. We've got, well, we wish it
got-
was rainbow, but we've
Got
got the
the
nuts.
nuts. You got it. You got the one card that gives you the nuts.
And so, arguably, I don't think we get to shove here. I don't think we get to put a pot in. Yeah. Because we're not playing to anything on the bottom. We need more equity on the bottom. Man.
Yeah.
And that is a horrible card.
That is a horrible card. You are fucked.
And so we're going to call one big blind bet. And this actually reminds me a little bit of Crusher's hand.
Here comes the shove.
There's the shove.
Not even a shove. Not even pot size.
Do I fold here? I don't think I fold. Do I fold? I don't know. I hope I fold.
Yeah, yeah. You're putting in 43 to try to win. You're winning 43. Well, let's just assume you get quartered and not sixth.
I can get quartered and I can.
Do you profit from getting quartered? No.
No, I don't. Multi-line. So I fold. Oh, good. I fold.
Quartered at best.
There
Quartered.
it is. There's the 6. All you need is 1 6 here, and I'm fucked.
Mm-hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. That guy's got it there. And someone's got something on the bottom. You wouldn't have even
There's
gotten
the 6 2. There's the 8 5. Yeah, that's a fold. All right. Oh, don't worry. There's another hand I fuck up then. I know
Yeah.
there's one hand I really fuck up. I don't know. Oh, getting played by a better player. So here is the hand I really fuck up. All right. So I think we flop pretty well here. Alright, so we flop marginal draws all over the place. Six of spades on the top of the innings. Now, it's important that we're drawing to some kind of equity on both sides, right? That's important. Now it gets interesting, right? Now I've got a set of fives on top. We've got trip eights on bottom, and we've got a marginal draw.
Right, and we're never gonna boat up on the bottom. Cause there's only one more five. We could get a jack. We
We
could
could get a jack. They're very, yes.
we're
Having,
we're not
having
boating
the,
up on the bottom.
having the pairs of fives is really bad because that eliminates a lot of boat outs
Yeah.
on the bottom. Well, it's one less card we can, and also the five on top. Yes, you're right.
But I don't think we're folding here to somebody else's.
We cannot fold
Our-
this hand.
Yeah,
No, why would you fold?
Well, what boat outs do we need for anyways? Like a five wouldn't help us against aces or kings anyways.
yep.
That's a
that's
very
why
good
Our eights are
point.
good, you know?
Spades come in there to spades. We only
Ace
need
eight, king eight already stumps five with, already has us
a
beat.
straight there already. Yeah,
The question I would have
Mm.
is how much are aces and kings? They're gonna trap some, well, there's only one combo of aces.
The queen eight's the only hand that beats us
I
on the
would
bottom.
think, so I think aces bet a lot on flop, especially on
Yes, I would,
textures.
Yeah.
yep, I agree.
And maybe a set of kings doesn't.
Yeah, maybe a
But-
set of kings doesn't, because a set of kings would not have the flush draw.
Yeah,
Or have equity up top really at all.
yeah, not have much on top, so
Yeah. So you're not losing too much. You have this like pretty locked.
but I did get, this is a hand I fucked up big.
I think we could put more money in.
Arguably, we
Mm.
could put more money in. This might be
Yeah.
a little bit tight. So straights available on top. Flush draw is available. We've got the third set. On bottom, we don't have much on bottom though. We don't have much on bottom.
We have like the best trips. Second best trips.
Oh,
that aren't
Well-
boats.
so after queen eight.
Yeah, boats are different.
Yeah, yep.
Queen eight.
Okay. So now,
Now we
Still-
know we don't wanna re-raise. We know that.
now we know we don't.
Yeah, now.
But we're never folding.
But it's weird that he didn't repot it, but he made it big still.
It is weird. He's a very good player.
Call. And this is great. He can't even.
Okay,
jam.
now we got straight to the eight on top. Let's think about our straight. Fourth, this is not a good straight. This is an error on my part. This is a shitty straight in PLO.
Yeah.
Because there's four to a
Why
straight.
though?
Anybody?
No, this is
but
not a
more
bad
It's
importantly-
straight.
like 8-9 though. There's like only one combo.
there's only
of
1-8.
8 left, yeah.
Yeah, he's got
That's
all,
true.
offsuit. He's got all the offsuit combos. So don't
That's
say
true.
we're
but-
blocking the 8 hard.
So what could he have on the turn when he raised you though? He could have deuce three.
Yeah.
He could have like what straights on the top beat you?
It's
8-9 only.
Only 8
Eight.
9.
8,
But
9.
then we all have to think about
There's
getting
three
quartered,
eights out
right?
there.
Yeah.
We have to think
what-
about getting quartered, right? So we got to quartering is an issue in this game. Split
Yeah.
pot game.
Yeah, but what
There
what
is
eight-
only 1-8 remaining. That played into my play.
Yeah,
That influenced my play on that I make here. And also we got trips. We got a very strong hand. There's no question. But I'm not gonna bet it.
And we blocked the 10 jack a little bit.
We do drop the jack.
Yeah, but he doesn't raise you with 10 jack on the turn.
No, yeah, he definitely doesn't.
Like he has deuce three.
Yeah,
So this is where it gets weird. He makes us one big blind bet. I check to him. I mean, it's kind of like it's almost pot if you were to show.
make
And
it two.
now I get played like a fucking flute, man.
because you raise and then he pots it.
So I'm thinking, I'm looking.
Unless he
He
has
says
like
miss-
king 8-5.
He says misclick. So he says misclick. So
I
he
would
actually,
put money in.
he actually speech plays. What? Say it again.
I would put money in. I don't see how you could lose here.
Oh, well, I'll show you. You're right. Maybe this, so when you say that, maybe this is not as bad as I think it is. Let's think about what I'm thinking about this time. There's only 1-8 remaining. It's very hard for someone to have 8-9. On the bottom, we've got an okay hand, but he's not saying he's got a great hand, right? He's making this very weird bet.
But there's one other thing here. There's only
Go ahead.
one remaining, but if he has that 8, look at how crushed we are on both boards.
So if he's got an 8, he could have ace 8, ace king, ace queen. You're right.
Well, not ace 8.
Well,
Yeah,
unless he has 8-9 queen jack.
no, he just needs 8, 9, and then he needs 8, 9, and a queen, 8, 9, and an ace, 8, 9, and a king. That's what he needs. Those 3 cards to kill us.
So I
On a turn, you probably
so
have that.
in game, I thought this.
Not
I
queen.
thought my thought was this is marginal, and I want to push him off when the 8-9 is blocked, like 1-8 remaining, and we've got marginal on here. I want to push him off whatever he's got on bottom. And then he makes a speech play misclick. And I went to where Sam was. I don't know what got sorry, and then he insta shoves. And we're like, oh fuck, we're fucked.
With
He's got an 8, so he quarters here. He has
Yep.
8-4. And he has the ace 8.
Yep.
So we get quartered. So I
Should've
don't
picked
know
it
if
too.
I would play this any differently, but it was a very weird angle that I've never seen actually.
Okay, so
But-
let's go back a step here
Uh-huh.
and think about the hand. So when we jam, so when he's lying and he didn't, so when he bet 1 and his speech play, he angled you to try to get you to call just 1 and not raise him, which is insane because he could have just checked behind. So that doesn't exist. So what he's saying is when he bets the 1, he was saying, I meant to bet more. You weren't going to raise more, right?
No, I wasn't gonna raise one.
If he wanted to get there cheap on you, he would have checked behind. So he doesn't have to bet anything to get there cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see where you're getting at.
So you can ignore that case. You can't go, oh, I'm not going to let you get away with a 1 big blind bet because he could have just checked behind. So assume that he meant to bet 10 or 100. He bets 10. Do we want to raise the 10?
That's a good question.
Oh, what does he call us with? What can he call us with?
We don't want him to call. We
Yeah.
want to deny whatever equity he has on the bottom.
So, but remember, we have trips on the bottom.
We have some equity on the bottom.
So what equity, we have a lot of equity on the bottom. What beats us on the bottom that we want him to fold? Aces and kings, he's not folding.
Yeah, now you're getting straight on a paired board is what we want him to fold. We want him to fold Jack 10.
Okay. So we
But
want him
we
to fold.
blocked the jack 10.
We want him to fold a straight on the bottom that he meant to bet 10 or 100 or pot or something
Yeah.
when he bet 1.
Yeah, we want him to fold. We want him to fold Broadway.
And he'd have to have jack,
And
or
does
he'd
he,
have to have jack 10, like 2-3 to raise the turn.
Yeah.
You know, like what jack 10 would he be raising the turn with?
That's a good question. Not one that I asked in game, but that's an excellent question.
he has let's say he has pocket aces.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was,
pocket aces are a piece of shit on top.
yeah,
On a 4-0 straight.
yeah, they're great on the bottom, but on the turn they were okay, but he didn't bet the flop. The
He
flop
should have. Yeah, if he had anybody with pocket aces here is going to pot flop.
Yeah. So,
And pocket ace isn't going to rejam over your huge one over here, like bet on the river either. Because it's like no good on top. It's just like, why bet more?
okay. So let's do another experiment here. Let's say that he potted the river like a normal person. Check this pot, and you don't do anything. Check pot. Were you going to call or raise him
On
on the river?
on the river, if he
Check.
potted it, I was gonna call him.
Call. Great. You weren't going to raise. Okay, perfect. Let's say he bet half pot on the river. Were you going to call, or were you going to call him or raise him if he bet half pot on the river?
This is the way, Mike. This is exactly what I was thinking.
Let me think about that. Sorry.
Oh, oops, me too. Sorry.
I think I call a half pot.
Okay. You call half pot, you don't raise it. The reasons that you call half pot and don't raise it, and that you don't bet into him, may be the reasons that you don't raise his one big blind bet.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
But he's telling you, like Scotty says, he's saying like, I wanted to bet more, even if he's bluffing, saying misclick or lying about it. He's kind of telling the truth. He wanted to bet more.
Right. And if he wanted to bet more, you were just going to call. And
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
and
you guys
you-
have good points.
and it's never like the Hold'em thing where they bet one big blind, because out of position to try to get you to do something, because to try to get you not to call, because he can check behind.
Mm-hmm.
And his
Also here, when
Yeah.
he's taking this size,
yeah,
he's saying, I've got one side locked up. And I want your money. He's
mhm.
saying he's got
Yeah.
kings. Well, I don't think he has kings or aces. I think he's essentially saying, I turned a boat, is what
Yeah.
he's saying.
King
I
eight ace.
turned a boat, or I've got, he's not even saying he's got 6-8, 8-6. Number one, because there's only 1-8 left.
Mhm.
And number two, because he's probably not doing that with 8-6 unless he's bad, because there's a flush draw there.
Yeah.
So, and also I've got to mark this good. This is the good color. So, yeah, I think you guys are right. My thought process was flawed on river here. And my thought process was flawed because I did not, number one, I overvalued my hand on top, right? I overvalued my hand because I'm thinking it's very hard for him to have an 8. And I'm also making this play, I think, incorrectly because if I listen to his turn in position, brainies, that's screaming boat on bottom. So, and now I am misreading what his misclick was here. Yeah, I don't think it was. I think I was angry. I don't think it's a misclick. I think he's too good to make an intentional misclick. I think this was
Yeah,
an
it's
angle.
probably just an
which
angle.
worked.
Yeah.
And he got me. He got me good.
He had you on some like flush draws, and he didn't want, you still probably had a couple of
So that's an excellent point. He might make this play with when he thinks I've got 2 busted flush draws. That's a
Mhm.
really good point.
And man, he'll call one big blind with the queen or something just to keep me honest.
I think he might do this when he sees 2 busted big flush draws out there. And there's no pairing on the top. Yeah, you might be right. So I misapplied push theory here. This is an error. And the question is, how do I not make this error in the future? I think I don't make this error. What got me to this error was the 2 8s on the bottom, thinking it's very hard for him to have 8-9 or 8x. I think that's what
Mhm.
got me here.
And
Oh,
trying to push him off of bottom equity is the.
I'm trying to push him off bottom equity, but I'm not listening to what his
His
turn
turn
raise
raise,
is
yeah.
telling us. I'm not listening to what he's saying I'm not listening to sizing when he's using that turn in position range. Alright, I've done this one to death.
Okay, the one piece of information that I just did in this, that I did it wrong twice, and my third one might be wrong, but remembering, we're talking about Hold'em, when we Hold'em odds of how hard it is to have an 8. Here's how easy it is for him to have an 8. We see 12, we have 12 visible cards before the river comes. Is it on the river we're looking at? Oh,
This
it's
is
on
the
the
river.
river, you wanna know if he has an 8. No, it's even worse. Okay, 14 cards are visible out of a 52 card deck. So that means there are 38 cards left, right? No,
Yes.
28 cards left. 14 plus 28 is 42. There's 38 cards left.
Are you doing this on your computer?
No, I'm doing it in my head.
Okay, go ahead.
52 minus 14 is 38. Right?
38 cards remaining. Yes.
38 cards remaining. How many cards does he have? 4. What is 4 divided by 38? It's about 12. 4 divided by 38. Yeah, it's about 12%.
12%.
That's not as small as you thought.
That's a good point. And it's random distribution, right?
What do you
He
mean?
doesn't, there's no filtering of any hands.
No filtering of any hands. He doesn't have to have 8, 9 suited like we do. He doesn't have to, what 8s does he play and get here with? It's just how many 8s are in the deck.
Yep. Yeah. That's a very good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's not tiny, but it's not as small as we're used to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is important. That's an
not
important
big.
kind of mistake that a no limit hold'em player is going to make when they're talking about PLO.
Exactly. Okay.
All right. So, yeah. So this is a fuck up. I don't. Okay, last hand, guys. Last hand. I don't remember this hand. And thank you all for sticking with me as I went through these bizarre. There's 4 of you left. There's hardcores. Who's here? Dean, Mike. Mike stuck it out. Hey, Mike. All right, last hand.
Oh, and by the way, it's not 12%. It's 10.5%. 10.5. Not 12.
10.5. Yeah. So the argument would be random distribution. 10.5% chance he's got an 8. All right, so this guy. So what's going on here? Let's catch up with this hand. This guy. So we get this flop. This guy bet small.
Didn't we already do this one?
Did we?
Yeah,
Might have.
yeah, the.
Okay.
Yep.
you did.
171.
Yep, we did this one.
1742. Oh, whatever, dude. What are you
All the
doing?
blasting stuff.
171. Yeah, we did. All right, got one more hand then. I have an emergency backup hand. I don't know why it's doing this. I kind of like hate Vimeo. All right, one last hand then. This is. Did we look at this hand? We didn't look at this hand, right?
No, we've never seen this hand before in our lives.
All right. So what do we flop here?
The
We
gutter.
flop
and
second nuts flush draw. We flop we have gutter on top
on bottom.
and thank you, and on bottom.
Yeah, nice.
Got a lot going on here. Your top, we need a 6. We need a
Spade.
10. We need a spade.
Not the 10 of diamonds.
Yep.
Not the 10 of diamonds. Good point.
And a 6 on the bottom gives us the second nut straight. So that's not terrible. It's not great.
The 6 of spades gives us the nuts.
Oh yes, and we are
Oh,
drawing
six
to a
of spades.
spade flush draw. Thank you. Yes. And we would very much like a 6 of spades.
Great.
Straight flushes do happen, but I've not had one yet. So very weird passive. All right, so now we've got second nuts. And we've got not much on top. I think I was planning on check raising here.
Check's good.
Because I was, if like tons of money went in all across the board, maybe I could get away. Although the thing is, there's only one nut straight. The nut flush isn't there. So I don't know what I do here. Let's see. So Atlanta punt. This guy, I think, is pretty bad. He might shove here. Shoving here is fine. He might bet 3-4. I don't. So what do you guys think? Do we have a hand good enough to check shove here?
You tell me, does CPP or Tintin ever have the ace high flush and do what they did?
No,
Uh,
not Tintin. I
Some
think there's
people
only
will
been
make
two
it,
bigs.
so this can be a size with a pool. So if he's got like 3, 4 diamonds and not flush, he can pull, yes.
Okay. Okay,
That monster.
This is a pool play. There is a potential for a pool play here.
right, so someone can still have the nut flush, so then we don't raise.
Yeah, I don't. And whoa, that hand
Oh,
sucks.
That's bad.
So both boards, this is horrible. And so we check, and then I think this is a story of understanding where you are and folding, and
Yeah,
getting the
that's not
fuck
good.
out. And we are clear. So once this second stack goes in,
Yeah, once the second one is
yeah, we're out. Yeah,
Done,
there's
done,
nothing
done.
on top. Sevens.
sevens, yeah.
Fives. So,
We have Jack
so
eight.
the question is, did I still, with these guys, I don't think these guys are folding. Well,
Oh,
we're
they're-
80-20 against this guy, but we're still drawing to a 10 up top. Did I play this too passively, or do you think I can shove turn? I could pot
I
turn?
think you get called by both of them. They both have sets.
yeah.
So what's the size here on turn?
You just got scooped instead.
Notice this guy here. I don't think he bets again, right?
No.
No, he gets out. So this is I think people use that bet sometimes as like, I've got marginal equity and I want to clear out trash. Because even trashing this game has some equity.
I think it might be good too to raise because like if you had the ace high flush, you'd be blocking like stuff from up top, them having to call. So you wouldn't really, you might make an excuse not to bet with the ace high flush too, because you're like, I'm blocking a lot of their continues up top.
If I had the ace high flush, I would check shove this. If I had nuts here on bottom and nothing on the top, I would check shove this. I would gut stack.
You'd had a pair up top.
Yeah, I would add a pair and the nuts. I would have check shoved this. But I think this plays out okay. I don't want to be results oriented. I don't want to look at this. I don't think either of them are folding. I think you're right, Scotty. I think I'm fucked. If I had the nuts. And then this is just about reading the room. Clearly, 4 pairs. These guys stick all their money in instantly. This guy tens. Maybe scared of a better. And then
He
yeah,
folds enough
we're out.
flush.
And then
And-
again, notice the guy with the probe turn. He was out instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, and he showed. So what did he probe? So he probed with a really shitty flush and
Better.
not and a combo draw on top.
And an ace. Oh, and look at that. He folded trip aces on top. And a
He
flush on
folded chip
bottom.
aces. Huh? Yeah, he read the room.
He read the room well.
Yeah, well, I mean,
How
his
do you-
second caller. I
how do you-
wonder if that second caller never came in, what he would have done.
Go ahead, Scotty.
How do you make yourself not think this? Where you look at it and you go, what if they both have a full house on top? Because it's not hard to have a full house on top.
Mm-hmm.
Well, number one, we have second nut flush. And number two, multiple people are the big thing is multiple people are putting money in.
You have no money and you have no equity up top.
And I have no way to ever win the top.
Gotta remember that. Okay.
All right, guys, I appreciate
What-
you
what
sticking
would
around. You guys are
happen
hardcore.
What would have happened if he jammed all in on the river and then it folds to you?
Which player?
The first guy that jammed or put 40 in the pot.
I fold. Because I have no way of winning the top.
He wins the
And
top
I
with a-
now have second nuts on a paired board on bottom. I fold.
And by the way, had you called and, you know, lost on to his full house on the bottom when he has nothing on the top, he still beats you with a pair of sevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
On
point. There we go.
All right.
All right, hey, thanks. So what do you want to talk about on Friday? Or do you want to stop recording?
All right, let me stop the recording.